When you look at Gears as a game and as a property, nuance is not the first word that comes to your mind. Often we paint with very heavy brush strokes.
I mean, even though we paint in large brush strokes, it's within those there are layers and layers of artwork and design. It's our approach to characters and creatures and environments that really sets Gears apart, I think.
If you step back for a second and you look at the design of the majority of the creatures in the Gears of War universe, they're designed to mess with your head, to be unsettling. Look at the skin of the Locust. It's this bark-like, lizard-like skin. We pre-programmed as humans to find this disturbing, and our art designers know that, and they deliberately put that in your head.
What the f is that?
We have a new threat that's arisen in the form of the lambent enemies.
The lambent were a challenge. There's a lot of morphing stuff in there. There's a lot of cool animation systems going on. I'm all about monsters, man, so the more the merrier. When you have that open mouth with the tongue and the saliva, it makes it that much more aggressive looking. Gears of War, to me, has always just been about heavy, brutal combat. You're fighting this locust horde from the bowels of the planet, and you've got these big, massive, heavy guys. We've tried to play off that with everything we do, the way the guys look and feel, the weapons, all that stuff.
These characters are essentially kind of forged of war. We are dealing with a generation upon generation that has never seen peace.
Let's track it.
And of course, at the center of all this is Marcus. Visually, he's like Atlas with a world on his shoulders. You can almost feel the burden he carries.
Hold him off! Just hold him off!
We've stripped him down, and he's in his Under Armour, and he's got, like, grungy T-shirt under there. But then what we did on top of that was we made the arms extra bulky, and he was very wide.
Dom has slightly changed. You know, he's let himself go with his beard and long hair, and with the loss of his children on E-Day and then the loss of his wife during Gears 2, he's really lost what personally meant to him to fight.
What's the status?
In progress.
Anya was the cute girl who talked in your ear during the first game, and now she is a badass soldier.
She's more war-torn, and she's in armor. These have to be women that can cut a locust in half with a lancer, right?
That was satisfying.
When you're building a campaign like this, you want to visit a whole bunch of different locations. It's like you're backpacking across Europe. You want to see the warm areas, the cold areas, the beautiful areas, the areas that aren't so pretty, right? The sky's the limit.
And even though this is Sarah, not Earth, we wanted to ground it with visual elements that people could understand and recognize.
I made a comment about how perfect the game was, but it was just lacking a little something, and I put it out there that it was lacking graffiti. And to my surprise, they liked the idea. One of the main themes was this feeling of like helplessness and no hope. So throughout the game, we did a lot of different hand styles, different buff styles, different crayon styles of messages of despair.
But graffiti on the walls is just one element of the environment. In Gears of War 1 and 2, we explored the terrain and the subterranean with Sarah. In Gears of War 3, we take to the water.
For that, we used a more diffuse lighting coming through the water with light rays, and it gives it a really cool saltwater aquarium type look.
Oh, that was close! We also see Hanover, which is this kind of suburban town that has a supermarket, a playground, and a stadium.
Cole used to play this game Thrashball, so we said, hey, where did he play? What did this place look like? So we designed the stadium, and then what the uniform would look like, what the helmets would look like, what the name of his team would look like. It makes it feel like there was this place, and now he's come home to it.
As developers, it's really important to us that people feel connected to the world we've created.
They really enjoy the experience of not only playing the game, but looking at the game and saying, wow, this looks really cool, and I like these monsters, and I like these characters. You want people to eat it up, and when they do, it's the best feeling in the world.